We need our weave. I don't wear it, but we need it.
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
Hey. Let's give Bunny some love, y'all. She on the road. Drive safe, Bunny. They be trying to kill me out there. Be careful, bro. Evening, everybody. What is going on? Hit that like button as you make your way into the building. We are still flying under the 7-day ban. I can't make no money. If you want to support the show, follow me over on Rumble. We still live on Rumble. Rumble is always my backup stash spot. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. My apologies. I've been away for a couple of days. Honestly, I've just been too busy. I've been putting in like 10 hours. I did a 13-hour shift yesterday. Oh my God, my shoulders still hurt. I got off a little bit early today. Had time to take a quick cat nap and rest up. Get back to you guys. A lot of content I want to go over, but because I've been my schedule's kind of blocked up, we might just wait a couple of more days until the main channel gets reopened. And there's some content I want to get off my chest, but I'm being patient, waiting so I can get it out just right. And you know what? In the meantime, I actually resubmitted this main this main channel for remonetization. Let's see if they give your boy some money back, because this was my main channel for years, and I only started a backup channel because you never know what might happen on the one, so you need a backup. And I don't even know why I got demonetized on this channel, but I've been quiet on this channel for a couple of months, and I dumped a lot of content. So I have no idea of telling which content was the offensive thing. So I was just dumping stuff at random. So fingers crossed. We'll see. Thank you for that. Fingers crossed. That being said, though, let's get into the content, the topic. Danica Marie dropped a video recently where these are my words, not hers, but she has apparently discovered the Manpocalypse. I've been I don't know if anybody else in the Black manosphere side of YouTube has been talking about the female loneliness epidemic. God knows I have. Hashtag what zero dick does to a bitch.
The man who lets The wrong woman walk beside him will one day wonder how he got so far off course, and you won't notice the detour until the kingdom you were building is already in flames. Let that sink in for a minute. Proverbs 31 verse 3 literally warns us, do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings. And this verse was said by a woman. King Lemuel's mother was warning him, not saying all women are bad or anything, but choosing the wrong partner as a man will be detrimental to your calling, to your kingdom that you're building, to your success, to your business, to whatever that you hold sacred in your life. And you won't realize that it's literally being ripped away from you, torn apart, your purpose, your calling, all of that until it's too late. So this is simply a warning from literally King Lemuel's mom telling him, listen, coming from a woman's perspective, I'm letting you know, son, don't be lustful. Don't be chasing women of the world. Don't be chasing tail. Don't be taking your eyes off of God and your purpose, because before you know it, everything you've built can easily be ripped away from you in a split second just because you selected the wrong partner that ended up pulling you away, derailing you, and burning your kingdom before your very eyes.
This is a hard message to sell to Black men, because uniquely, even more than young white men, definitely more than young Asian men, I don't know, Latin men might be in a similar vein. I'm not too sure how to gauge that. They look like they do be hunching a lot. Black male culture is definitely oriented around the hunt for box, the endless thirst, right? What did Mr. Enigma call it? The atashkata, the endless thirst, right? Because the thirst is everything. Remember Pepsi? No, Sprite. Sprite used to have commercials back then. You know, this is how like deep and dark TV psychological programming is, right? Remember what Sprite used to tell us? Obey your thirst. You know how dangerous those words are to a horny young Black man, where your entire culture at that point in your life, for most of your life, revolved around the hunt for box, and you're telling me to obey my thirst? Like, my subliminal mind couldn't resist the call. Most of us as men cannot resist the call. But that is what we must do. A lot of us, a lot of men don't have much problem with it, because, you know, they ain't getting that many calls to begin with. You know, every now and then, you know, I get a woman approach me, smile at me a little bit too long, you know. Not everybody gets that, and I understand that, but still, that is what we are called to do. You must resist the call. Can't catch them all. You know, on Pokemon, they say gotta catch them all. You really don't.
On my granny grandson, it is so hard to approach Black women, bro. Like it's so fucking hard. It's so hard because I genuinely love Black women. Like, I will only date Black women. Like, I stand on that. You can ask all my partners. I will only date Black women. I'm not subjecting myself to only Black women, but if I want to date someone, she's got to be Black. Like, that's my number one rule. You feel me? Like, I love Black women, but shorty, these motherfuckers is hard to fucking talk to, G. You smell me? It's like every time you go up to talk to them, they always got some type of attitude with you. You smell me? It's like you gotta have some type of criteria for you to even talk to them. You smell me? Like, bro, it's so hard to talk to Black women, bro. It's so fucking hard. Gee, I stopped talking. I just stopped talking to them. When I say I stopped talking to them, I mean I stopped like going up to them and talking to them in public and shit. Like, the only way for me to talk to a Black girl in public is if like we bump into each other, or she's giving me signs to go up and talk to her. But for me to see a Black woman in public and to just go up and talk to her, I'm not doing it. You smell me? Like, I love Black women. I promise you I do. I will only date Black women till I die. Till I die. You smell me? But it's so hard to get one, bruh. It's so hard to get one. You smell me? It's so fucking hard. Because, like, every time you go up to talk to one, they got some type of attitude. They got some type of attitude, which is like, bro, why you got an attitude, nigga? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. And she already got an attitude, which is like, bro, what the fuck did I do? She calling you a bitch, this, hoe, this. I'm like, bro, what the fuck did I do? You smell?
I mean, Angry Snowman. Let me ask you this, right? Is he scared of the pussy, or is the pussy scary? I know. It sounds like a crazy thing to say, right? A grown man saying the pussy scary, right? But we are in crazy times, and so I have to ask the question. You know me, I'm willing to ponder every angle of the question, right? I will turn an argument around in my mind like a Rubik's cube, and so I have to ask the question: is he scared of the pussy, or is the pussy scary, bro? Questions to ponder, right? These are questions I really do want to consider, because you know what? What if it's possible? What if it's true? What if there is a possibility that there's just something wrong with these bitches? What if maybe, just maybe, there's something wrong with these bitches, right? Like last time we were here, maybe one or two shows back, I ran a clip of a black woman saying that her kid, her son is not going to date black women. And then she was at an amusement park, and she was talking about how ratchet the young black girls were and how nasty their mouths were, how out of control their behavior was. And it wasn't even really the boys so much as it was the girls. And that clip went viral. And then she started getting hatred. And you could only imagine, I'll give you one guess as to whom the majority of the hatred was coming from.
The fact that multiple of you have went out and found my address and my location to cause harm to my children for saying the unruly behavior of the black girls that I witnessed at the Six Flag theme park is beyond me. The amount of black women in my inbox calling my kids ugly, making fun of my son, doing all these things just kind of proves my point, because at the end of the day, it's like, so you saying my son is ugly, you calling my daughters ugly, you calling them B words, you're calling them nappy headed, you're calling them all these things because I said, I gave you examples. I gave you facts of the behaviors that the children at the park were exerting. I didn't make up the behaviors. This is actually what happens. So you guys are saying that I am putting down black women, that I am misjudging them, that I am doing this, and the fifth, when all I did was tell you the behaviors that we saw. The police had to pat my children down. The police had to look in my purse because they snuck weapons in. They were fighting each other. And so, yes, I was very upset. I was very upset because we drove 2 hours out. You guys say, oh, I'm sorry you live in the hood. No, we drove 2 hours out because my kids wanted to go to Fright Fest. So it was a big culture shock. But for you guys to inbox me and to inbox other people my address and things like that all over a video that had nothing to do with your own children or nothing to do with you in general, because I'm saying as a whole we all need to do better, is ridiculous. And another thing, it is a typical black woman to say that my son will be gay. Every time a man doesn't agree with a woman, oh, he's gay. He's gay. Oh, her son's going to be with the man. He's gay. He's gay. So all the he's gay comments because he's 11 will definitely be, you'll be blocked for sure. And on top of that, it's kind of like I tell you guys that a 12-year-old girl was talking about penis size. That's fine. Kids will be kids. But then you sit here and call my son gay. How does that make sense? A grown woman condemning me for saying these things about another child, and then you come on my page and call my child gay.
Now, men have been noticing for a while, there appears to have been a change in the women. Angry Snowman asks, is there a bear trap in there now that the older models don't have? Angry Snowman, the older models had the bear trap in it too. The older niggas was too proud to tell you that they got bear trapped by the pussy, bro. The older niggas got bear trapped and they didn't want to tell nobody. Them older niggas got caught up and they wasn't trying to tell nobody, Snowman. That's what really happened. The boomers were like, hey, this is fine. You remember the this is fine meme? That's how the boomers were when they got bear trapped in the pussy, bro. They didn't want to tell nobody how bad it was. They would actively fight you if you noticed how bad it was, bro. If you try to rescue that nigga, he would kill you. Don't you dare try to get that nigga out of his bear trap. Some of you niggas is still going right now. One of you niggas is going. See, look. 75 still bear trapping niggas, bro. 75 years in, 75 years of bear trap. I'm telling you. 75 years of bear trap, bro. They didn't want to tell nobody.
I'm often asked, after 16 years, if I was to see my former daughter, will I speak to her? After 16 years. No. No. People, I'm going to tell you something about us black men. We take scrap respect. Yeah. We're conditioned.
You heard that, right? We take scrap respect. Shout out to Anton. Girl, you just keep on using me until you use me up. God damn. And I love that song. It's such a catchy rhythmic tune, and it kind of does get to the really deep heart of how like love drags a man down, right? I totally desire to be used until I've been used up, right? Only men say shit like, you know, I will fly 1,000 miles, I will crawl across broken glass and fire ants just to sniff your dirty drawers, right? Only men say shit like that. And black men are the worst at it, by the way.
To take scrap respect. We're so in tune to understanding that everybody think we're gonna, if we own homes, we're gonna be a dead slumlord. If we fathers, we're gonna be deadbeats. All of us good men, we fight and take on the full brunt of the stereotypes that you are as a black man. Yeah, the other guys, it don't matter to them. But us good guys, we the ones that fighting in the court. We the one that making videos. Basically, they don't know how to read it right when we criticize them. We're trying to get them to act right. I seen a video the other day where a black woman said, I like when black men get offed. I've never seen a black man make a video that says that. This is how comfortable they have gotten at disrespecting us, and you've accepted it. My mom, I was paying my mom's rent. My mom talked to me like I was an absolute piece of trash because she don't like my company. My daughter, I didn't do nothing to my daughter. My daughter had her own business at 6. She had a key to the office. She knew all my passcodes. She knew everything about me. I said, if anything happened to me, there's an evasive action that you're going to take. Here's the deeds to the houses, everything. Didn't matter. The fact is, her mother wanted to treat me like shit, and then she joined in. I fought to be a father for 11 and a half years. I fought for 11 years, 5 months, and 29 days too much. I shouldn't have fought to be a father for one day. I'm retired military, multiple homes. I own 7 cars, 6 of them are BMWs. I have 2 IULs, 1 retirement account that I'm collecting off of the military now. I've never been in I don't have no felonies. I'm 56. I'm in good health. I got the goods. And still, I had to beg my daughter to respect me as a father. So 16 years ago, after 11 years of fighting her mother, and only 2 weeks of fighting her, I only fought her for 2 weeks. She fucked me over. I said, nah, we ain't doing this now. She did it 2 weeks later, never spoke to him since. Stop accepting all the negative nonsense because you don't want to fall under the stereotypes. That's why they quick to call you a deadbeat. They're playing on your morals. After all, the song do go, Papa was a Rolling Stone, and I'll always love Mama, right? You're conditioned, unfortunately, to accept this bull that they give to us men. I'm going to be talking about this in a full video tonight on Dash Traded.
The disrespect is everywhere. King Pix asked the Hoodservative, do you think you could ever do a collab stream with Danica Marie? She's built right. She's definitely well crafted. I will definitely give her that. It's built very, very right. I want to say this though. Years and years and years ago, because Danica Marie has been at this a long time, way before I was even doing content, she was up there. When I first came across Danica Marie, I did not care for her appearance, her general look. I'm not really into dreadlocks all that much. And she had like a giant crown tattoo on her chest, like right on the cleavage of her bosom. Giant crown tattoos. Very jarring on the visual. And I will say this though, her content has, as far as I know, has always been relatively manosphere type content, right? So she's been on Team Man. She's been noticing things for a while to, in her own lane, to her own capabilities. She's been making fairly solid content. So Danica Marie was never one of the women that I like took issue with per se. Just the visual of it all kind of threw me off. And then in the last couple of years, she has totally cleaned up that part of her image that I didn't care for, right? The tattoo is gone. Her hair is straight and long. And I really, really like her a lot more now than I did before. I put it that way. And Sugar Bum, you would say that about all female red pill content creators. You would probably call Crimson Cure a grifter, but that's pretty much how that goes. Everybody knows women hate women. Every time a woman starts to do some manosphere content, all of the women on YouTube be like this.
I'm sorry. No. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
That's how all y'all women be. So, it doesn't surprise me. I take it with a grain of salt. It is what it is. But I've been talking about this idea for a while that there is a female loneliness epidemic. Years ago, around the manosphere, there was a content called The Wall of Silence, right? Not to be confused with The Wall, generally speaking, but The Wall of Silence is basically the idea that men will no longer be coming to the rescue of women at mass, right? And it's really impossible to kind of be a general of men and make that kind of thing just happen. So it's an idea that just kind of gets thrown out into the ether. But what's actually happened over the last couple of years is the Wall of Silence has grown on an organic level for a couple of different reasons. A lot of guys who are probably on the lower end, the harder side of the dating game and the rough side of the dating pool, they're starting to pull back. It seems like a lot of guys seem like they're starting to pull back, and I don't know if it's just me because I'm weird like that. I know I'm gonna get weird content because I have a wide variety of interests and likes and whatnot, but I've been getting a lot of content about women being incredibly unhappy with the dating game. Like, here's a video about the club scene. Apparently, the club scene is gone. I haven't been to a nightclub in years.
Changing. Or maybe I'm just changing because everything I used to think I wanted or I thought was cool, it doesn't feel good anymore. Baby, for one, the club culture is dead. Until y'all bring back dance floors, I will not be attending. That whole pop bottles, club up culture, sections culture, it's not natural.
I'm gonna show you how busy it is on a Friday. Right, Megan, open the door. Are you ready?
Atlanta clubbing is so boring. $100 admission.
You paid $100 for that shit? Oh my god. Strip clubs are free to get into, by the way. I mean, if we put money on the table, strip clubs are free to get into. $100 for this shit? Oh no. Oh no. Hey, Free Zone. I think what I'm arguing right now tonight is that the wall of silence is being organically built. And it kind of looks like this right here. Empty bars, empty clubs. You know, restaurants in a city like New York, right? New York is a little bit, more insulated from it just because of the density of it all. Everybody's like right on top of each other. But nightlife is almost entirely dependent upon men paying for women. I don't know if anybody's really considered the economic reality of what we call nightlife. Going out to clubs and bars and different events and restaurants, the overwhelming vast majority of it is dependent upon men paying for women, because women don't really like to buy their own drinks and all that. Women only really want to pay for their own meals if they're out together with all other women. But when it comes to like going out, like women literally have this idea of, if I go out, I don't bring my purse. Like she might bring $20 for cab fare or something like that, but she's not going to bring any money that she intends on spending. And if the men don't spend money, eventually these places can't stay open anyway.
But I'm happy I ain't paid for it.
So what's the club like now? They just stand around looking on their phones. They sit around, they order bottle service, they look on their phones. Think about the music that is played today. You can't dance to that music.
No, not really.
You can't do you remember just going to the club? The middle of the dance floor is
Packed.
jam packed.
Yes.
At this point, no one can convince me that club culture is not dead.
Let's count how much I made at the Dollar Trip Club tonight.
Bruh. No, ain't no way you got pennies at the strip club, bro. Ain't no way. Which one of you brown niggas is bringing pennies? I know it was one of the Browns. Which one of you niggas brought pennies? The fact that there's even change. They should have metal detectors at the strip club so you're not allowed to bring in nickels, quarters, and dimes. But how you got pennies, bro? Like, how you got pennies? Like, what was it? Jeet night? Like, I'm dead ass curious. Like, how you got pennies, bro? And she was probably throwing it as hard as she ever threw it. Her hip is cracked on the right side that night because of how hard she was throwing it, and all she got back was a bunch of pennies, bro. I can't. Oh God, it's dying out here, bro. It's really dying out here. I don't know what's going on. Struggling out here, man. Struggling. They making it hail. Listen, rich niggas make it rain. Broke niggas make it hail, all right? We out here flicking pennies on bitches, bro. Yo, you ever try to slide a penny through a bitch butt crack, bro? Oh my God. Telling you, man, it's the little things in life. Hey, which doctor? Which doctor, bro? We out here throwing pennies at bitches on the strip club, bro. The game is cooked right now, which doctor? Have you ever been to the strip club and cracked open a roll of pennies, bro? I didn't even think they allowed you in there with pennies. The game is cooked right now, man.
$4 and change.
Hi guys, come to work with me. It's Thursday night, which means it's a $10 night today. Honestly, Thursdays have not been that good in like the past month or so, and
Oh, damn. She's cute. She looked like she could work in one of them uptown strip clubs, but she got a little bit of tattoos, though, so I don't know. She looked like she's at one of them mid-level strip clubs. Not that nice, but not that bad. But how you getting hit with pennies, though? I'm confused, man. The market is all screwed up.
I don't know why I keep coming, but I keep telling myself this Thursday will be better.
Well, she keeps coming, number one, because she doesn't want to get a real job, right? Women like fast money. They don't like to really build and work at anything and grow something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Wipe your tears and get back on the pole, bitch. We ain't got time for this shit.
Thursday was not better.
Strippers say a market crash is guaranteed because the strip clubs are suddenly empty. This article is a few months old, but I had to share it because it is hilarious. These strippers on Twitter were talking about how they can predict the market trends and forecasts way better than any finance bro. Basically, people were making a lot more money during COVID when it was unemployment, stimulus checks, and now gas is higher, rent is higher, and there's layoffs, so less people are going to the strip clubs.
Realistic night at the club. My first set was $46.
Nah, I don't mean uptown as in the Bronx, bro. I mean uptown as in a Manhattan strip club. A strip club where like the rich white guys hang out.
$46. I mean,
Bruh.
they paying basically
$40. Oh no. Oh no. No. $40? That's retarded.
Now gas is higher, rent is higher, and there's layoffs, so less people are going to the strip clubs.
Realistic night at the club. My first set was $46.
$46. I mean, they paying basically minimum wage now, depending on the area, is like $18 to $20.
Bro, $46, bro. I mean, honestly, you could spend $46 by yourself in Five Guys, bro. You get you an extra large, a big ass bacon cheeseburger, and a milkshake. Honestly, they give you way too many French fries, bro. But you can damn near spend $40 alone on yourself in Five Guys. It ain't even, the bill can run up to like $35, $47 on you real fast, bro. You go to Five Guys with $46 and your girlfriend, she gonna be looking at you funny. I wouldn't even risk it. With that $46, bro, we gotta eat Chinese food. I don't even want to get embarrassed in the Five Guys. You're gonna have to tell her, like, nah, you can't get extra bacon on your burger or something like that. Like, nah, it's gonna be weird, bro.
You throwing away your dignity. It's just stupid, man.
And then I had $14.
3 hours later.
Damn. That's like $39. That's like $50 in ones.
That basket probably has maybe $60, right? It's all singles pretty much.
Bro, ain't a big face in that hole. It's like 3 baskets with no big faces, bro. It's really, really hard out here for a pimp, man.
I thought it looked cute as fuck this morning when I walked in at 7 fucking in the morning. My male coworker came up to me and he was like, "Why does it look like you're wearing a trash bag with a belt?"
Before we continue dating, I need you to show me your bank account. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting my time.
I have no problem doing that.
What's this?
I'll show you as soon as you step on that scale and wipe your makeup off. I just want to make sure that the interior matches the paint job.
Oh.
So I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
Let me help you.
No.
I saw a video on my For You page of a girl
Damn,
talking about how
cold.
the club is in its flop era.
Cold.
And I am so fucking glad she said something because I've been meaning to bring it up. I've been meaning to talk about this shit because it genuinely pisses me off. You know what? I feel ripped off to a certain extent.
The reason why she feel ripped off because men are not going.
Men are not going to the clubs. Listen, the last couple of times I even went out to the club, I was not paying to get into that shit. I promise you, if I had to pay to get into that shit, I'm not going anyway. That shit was a whole other deal. I got in free and it was dope, but I'm not doing that shit. Nah. It's not worth it. It's not worth the money.
How these clubs operate and how they continue to bring in revenue and money is because of men, right? That point for the media. I got the DJ to play Etho Kane or something like that. Look at that. Nothing there. Just it's more polls in there.
More polls than people. How your club got more polls than people? Damn, bro, more polls. This is retardio. How we working in this club right here?
Which profession would you never date?
I think for me, it'd probably be doctors. A nurse, probably.
Policeman.
A banker, not someone who doesn't really have much to talk about.
Stripper. A stripper. A stripper.
The other day, my guy friends were just like, yeah, I'd never date a bartender. It's like, what? They said bartenders are on the same level as strippers. And like, no hate, like, get your rag. Honestly, I don't care.
Bottle girls too, by the way. And I love bottle girls. Like, you can't be a bottle girl and be ugly. It's literally not going to happen for you. But they're all basically on the same level of no.
But really, I feel like that's a little bit extreme. And honestly, I feel like men are just so insecure.
What?
About the idea of other men looking at their, like, girlfriend. I used to be a bottle girl. And I had a boyfriend. Let me fucking tell you, he wasn't happy about that shit.
Two words that the modern women love the most is narcissist and insecure. If you don't put up with a woman's garbage, oh, you're insecure, right? They want to be able to be in a relationship with you, you pay their bills, and have guy friends.
Now, like I said, I got a lot of this type of content in my feed, just showing me women unhappy about the general state and tone of the dating game. And I'm telling you, you can call it the wall of silence, call it the Manpocalypse, you can call it all kinds of things. But what zero dick does to a bitch is going to be studied by doctors and all kinds of medical professionals for the next 50 years, bro.
Well, hi, I'm 26, not married, never been married actually. I have no kids. I haven't been on a date in 10 months. Like, honestly, I'm getting really desperate at this point. So if you are over the age of 40, just DM me. Like, I don't care what it says, just DM me. Like, I need a man. Like, now.
Real ones know she wants simps to DM her to boost her ego. She's not desperate for a relationship.
I just want to rant of how hard it is to date in your 30s. I'm on all these dating apps and I feel like it's a joke.
What did I tell you, boys and girls? Falling in love and getting married is for the young. You literally have to be young and dumb in order to have maximal results, right? In order to gain the most optimal results, you have to start out while you're young and dumb. And then you got to be good to each other, and that's where it gets tricky.
Like, no one wants to meet up with each other, or they're too busy, or they don't want to just get straight to the point and just meet up in person. Like, they want to have all this small talk, and it's like too many people that I have to do this with. And then not only that, like, I'm a born again narrow-gate Christian, so it's really hard to find a man that reads their Bibles and can lead me spiritually. It's like they're not on the narrow road, and I feel like my soul just tells me, like, no, and I have to fake it. A lot of times I have to fake it, and it sucks, and it's just really hard to date in your 30s. God help us all.
Why did you wait until your 30s? What happened from 18 to 29?
Tell me, man, it's rough out here, man.
What pace quick women? It's not worth the risk anymore.
The New York Times just posted this article, Men, Where Have You Gone?
You guys remember that? Men, Where Have You Gone? The female loneliness epidemic is all around you. It is the air you breathe. It is the water you drink. You just didn't know what it was.
Come back. So a lot of these articles are coming up where female journalists, specifically single female journalists, make a lot of articles and talk about how men are disappearing from the dating world. And I wonder what the causes can be. Could it be this manosphere, red pill, access to pornography? And like, even though those things could do and have had a play in it, a lot of it is for the past, especially the past decade and a half, women have been telling men to not interact with them, to leave them alone, especially on an intimate level. Women have been calling men's intimacy useless to them. Well, as a side effect of that, men have been leaving women alone a lot and not interacting with them on intimate levels or seeking out relationships. So, a lot of the women who say women don't complain about the loneliness epidemic, no, they write entire articles about how men stop dating women and it's sad to see, and they miss men reaching out and wanting to date them and be intimate and have those relationships, which is just a way wider spread of complaining about being lonely.
Being a man is hard. Even when you don't do anything, you still get blamed. Do nothing, and everything bad is your fault. Make sure as much as you can fix is fixed, and the bad parts are still your fault. Come.
I just want a man I could like love on and like rub on and like cook for. I just want a life partner. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of not having somebody to fuck consistently.
Say it with me, y'all. What zero dick does to a bitch, bro. I'm telling you. At least men have hobbies. I mean, hell, at least men have corn. What zero dick does to a bitch is traumatic.
Why don't you guys want to date me? What's the fucking problem? Is it because I'm fat? If it's because I'm fat, that's fucked up. Because this could change if I had the right motivation. But I don't. I'm depressed. I'm depressed and I'm lonely. And right now, the only thing that's comforting me are the motherfucking cookies and the ice cream and the cake, the pie, all the fucking goodies. Because at least they're sweet to me. At least they're good to me. At least they're there until they're not. Y'all motherfuckers just inconsistent. The cookies is consistently always good too.
At least she knows she's fat. A lot of women lack self-awareness. In order.
Many great going. I don't know where all the dudes. I'm like, guys, come on, guys, make the first move. Come on, but man, they just.
The first move is become a great single guy.
Like,
that's a big move right there.
I know.
Said I'm already him, bitch. What you mean? Make the first move. What do you mean make the first move? I'm already him. That was the move. You see me doing my dance.
I know, but
there is a huge difference in what a man considers a great single woman. Why are they?
And I am still single, and that makes me sad. Yeah, my own cats are running from me. If you had told 25-year-old Rihanna that on her 39th birthday she would still be unmarried with no children, I would have laughed in your face or been so angry in disbelief, because that is not what I envisioned for my life. In my early 20s, I was never that girl that wanted to get married right away and have a young family. I wanted to be able to experience life. Probably around 25, 26 is when I was like, I do want to be married. And it has just never happened for me for whatever reason. And I have spent years wondering what is wrong with me. Is there something about me? Am I just not supposed to ever be with someone? And the reality is I don't know if I will ever find my person.
Damn. You know what's so funny? I think that's going to be the new level of trolling. Red Illusion says we should use AI to make pictures of them with a happy family and a nice house. That's the new level of trolling, bro. Like, there was a picture recently that went viral like last week. It was this black girl, And she had like big titties and thick thighs, and she was wearing like the skimpy black dress, and she was just sitting down, posed in the picture. And everybody kept reposting her picture with her fully clothed. Like there was one picture going around where she had like this nice like Nigerian outfit on. Another picture where she had like a long evening gown. She was all fully covered up. Like they kept putting pictures like, and that's not the first time that's happened, by the way. This is just a new trend where we're trolling women by putting clothes back on bitches, bro. And they're so pissed off about it. And that's the new thing, right? Reverse hoeing, right? Reverse hoeing is the new troll. And now we're going to give them the reverse happy family, where you start photoshopping a strong, handsome black man into a single mom's family picture. You know how like girls be like, can you edit out this man from my picture? You got to start photoshopping in a stepfather and a nice house and shit. We're going to start to give them the AI dream family. Just to twist the knife a little bit deeper.
And I hope that I do. And I want to have children. But at what point do you let that dream go?
What you do in your 20s affects your 30s.
And all the girlies say.
There's a reaction. It's all your fault.
So I've been sitting here scrolling on like stories. I'm on TikTok and all that. And all the girlies got a man now. And I'm so happy. Like, I know no hate shit at all. No hate shit. But it's just like, I don't even got nobody. Like, when I mean nobody.
Did she say nobody? It sounded like she said nobody. She said she ain't got nobody. If she ain't got nobody, why the fuck is she whispering? Can't nobody hear you, bitch?
If you don't have a man, you ain't nothing.
And my thing is like, how? Like, please give me the steps. Like, I really need step-by-step instructions on how y'all finding these men. How? And a couple months to be 25. I've been single for what? 3, 4, some years now. I need help. Somebody help me, cause yeah.
Be more feminine and less demanding. Also, check the millions of
Don't say a word. I'd be rich, y'all. Because men, all they do is stare. They'll stare.
I know why they stare. I don't think they stare for the reason you think they stare.
For every man who stares but don't say a word, I'd be rich, y'all. Because men, all they do is stare. They'll stare at you 5 to 6 times, look back at you, but won't say a word. They will.
Sometimes you see something that's just so shocking. It's like a deer in headlights. It's like, oh my God. What is that?
Will not say one single syllable. Because I guess it's easier for them to just stare and walk off. Because, you know, your soulmate could be in front of you, but you ain't saying a word.
I wouldn't say a word either. I would just leave you alone, let you go away. Anyway, like I said, Danica Marie, she has discovered the Manpocalypse. She dropped a video a couple hours ago. All glowed up and stuff. I like the new look, not even gonna lie. Nice look, nice look. Men don't want to be bothered by women. Tell me, this can't be true. Say it ain't so, Danica. What you mean men don't want to be bothered by women? This was not supposed to ever happen. Y'all was supposed to keep winning forever and ever and ever. Long hair don't care, remember?
It has gotten so bad that now the women are having to go out of their ways to build up enough courage and enough confidence to approach men. And when they actually are approaching these men, guess what's happening? They are getting turned down, turned away, and rejected. And I'm going to be real, you all, this is not what I expected to happen. You know, like I knew that the climate changed and it shifted to where the men were putting a halt to walking up to women and complimenting them, flirting with them, approaching them, trying to get to know them. Like I knew the times kind of changed to where men stopped doing that. But to my understanding, I thought that the majority of men would be in this mindset of, well, no, I'm not going to approach, but she can approach me.
And you know what? I think even still, a lot of the guys that are out there doing the most are not necessarily the guys that the women want the most, right? Which creates an odd little paradox for the women to work through. And like King Picks, for example. So you wouldn't hit Danica raw on the first night. Like, yeah, bro, she looks really, really good, but you're doing a whole lot right now, bro. Like you're doing almost the most, right? You're doing so much, you've almost done the most, bro. Is all I'm saying. And like a lot of niggas is willing to do the most, right? But I think there's a weird imbalance right now that the women are trying to work through, and that's why they're frustrated.
And if I, feel her a little bit, then I'll engage, I'll interact. But it's not looking like men want to be bothered at all. And I would love to get the men's feedback about this because this was extremely alarming to me. Okay. But y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And let's hop into the first clip that really sparked today's dope discussion. Run it.
I've been crushing on this man. Months. He is so big and so fine to me. How did I tell him? I had a crush on him. I've been like a little girl. Back in elementary. We had little crushes, whatever high school. Pass it on over. I like you to do me too. How I tell him? He is, yeah.
And I realized too, there's another problem that modern women are working through. Freedom means everybody gets to choose.
He is so big. Jesus. Whew. Look at the trucks on that mother. Look at the back on that mother. Look at the legs on that mother. Oh, child.
Isn't this stalking? Ain't this the exact type shit that women be complaining about men in the gym? Like literally the exact same thing that women in the gym make videos about. Oh my God, I can't believe you're staring at me. Oh my God, why are you in my shot? Get out my shot. Why are you all in my background? Are you filming me? I can't believe you're filming me. What are you doing? This is an invasion of privacy. I just been harassed. I've been assaulted. I'm gonna put you on a list now.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna just say somebody just said fuck it, just gonna talk to him. What's the worst he can say is no, right? All right, we gonna try.
Oh, she going in, y'all. She going in. Fingers crossed, y'all. We might have us a love connection. We about to witness some black love.
Excuse me. I just wanted to say hello. And was wondering if you were talking to anybody. Is that a yes or no?
No, that's just it.
What do you mean you're not interested? What do you mean you're not interested? You can't tell me you're not interested. You don't get to say, I'm not interested, all right? I'm not interested isn't what you do. You don't get to say I'm not interested. That's fucked up. How dare you say you're not interested?
I'm sorry. No. Why?
Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
What do you mean, no, nigga? The fuck this nigga talk about? No.
I'm
shit,
sorry.
my bad. I totally fucked that up.
No, that's what's it. You're not interested? Okay, I understand. Have a good night.
Y'all, it gets worse, but OMG, like, so.
And you know what? I don't even know why she acting all OMG, like, because in the grand scheme of things, that was really like harmless. That is like the least painless way. Like, he just look, I'm not interested. Like, what really more can you do at that point, right? I'm not interested. And okay. You don't want to hear that. Obviously, nobody wants to go in here and then expects to hear that. But it's a 50-50, right? It's either yay or nay. And she got the nay. And he didn't like try to break her mic. I mean, he did kind of look at her like, bitch looked like she crazy. Like, who, like that was the longest, most awkward moment in her life, probably. Like, watch. Awkward silence.
Hello. Excuse me. I just wanted to say hello. And was wondering if you were talking to anybody. I don't. Is that a yes or no?
No, that's what's it.
You're not.
And you know what? He probably really was like totally in his zone, in the middle of his mind. Like, he was on some other shit. Top City, you typed it in the chat earlier. Like, a lot of these broken men be in the gym because of a woman. And he was probably in there going through his set, thinking about the last bitch that he was mad at. God knows I've literally been like that in the gym, working on the heavy bag, getting my frustrations out. And like, you in that moment, you got your earbuds in, you totally in a whole other world in that moment. And then she come over right there, just tap you on your shoulder. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you have a girlfriend? The fuck, bitch? What? Like, because you know what? I honestly, like, you ain't got no game. Like, you just walked up to me and asked me if I got a girlfriend. Like, that's your opener. I mean, damn, you could have at least, like, you know, asked me, like, can you show me something? Like, I saw you doing this thing and I want you to explain to me how, like, what you were doing. Like, you got no kind of opener, no soft approach skills, no nothing. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna go ask him if he's owned already. I'm sorry, has another woman claimed you already? I see you over here unclaimed. Have you been claimed by a woman yet?
Just say somebody just said fuck it, just gonna talk to him. What's the worst he can say is no, right? Alright, we gonna try. Excuse me. I just wanted to say hello. And was wondering if you were talking to anybody. I don't. Is that a yes
Damn,
or
that's
no?
hard. That's crushing.
No, that's what's it.
You're not interested?
Crushing.
Have a good night.
Crushed. Now, as a woman, like, I know that's got to be like, damn, you don't want this box? Like, damn. And I was about to just like offer the box up to you. We don't even know where we could have wound up tonight. Like, this box is leading the fucking mission right now. I have no idea what this box might do next. And you don't even want the box? That's crazy. I can't believe that's just happened. I got to have a talk with this box, bro. What is going on? We got to have a powwow. These niggas is acting wrong.
Y'all, it gets worse, but OMG, like, so in case y'all couldn't understand what was going on, there's a lot of music and background noise. she has been going to this gym and she has a crush on this guy there. And she just cannot get over how fine he is and big he is and muscular and strong. And she's like, look, I want to shoot my shot because let's be honest, you all, there are so many men who are in tunnel vision mode. Like they don't see no woman, no relationship, no body. All they are focused on is their goals. And so she took it upon herself to step up and say, you know what, since a lot of men are in tunnel vision and not focus on relationships, no women, no flirting, no approaching, let me put on my big girl draws and approach him and shoot my shot at.
You know what? And I think there's a misconception going around, and the criticism of men, and then the criticism of manosphere, stuff like that. I think there is a giant misconception about a lot of the men, and in the sense that there is a huge amount of men that can get women, and yeah, there is definitely a large amount of men that cannot get women. God bless you. All right, I understand the struggle is real. You know, I've went through droughts in life. You know, most guys go through some kind of drought at some point, but I think there is a misconception, broadly speaking. The problem overall is not that men cannot get women. The manosphere is made up of men who have had great, deep experiences with women. It's not that men cannot get women. It's that men are just kind of like over it all. Like, don't get me wrong. Listen, I love pussy as much as the next guy, and if you call me, I'm probably going, but I'm not going out my way.
Him, you know, and so she built up enough courage to approach him and ask, was he seeing anybody? And y'all, did y'all see that awkward silence? Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear the awkward silence? He was like, girl, I know you are not trying to cold approach me at this gym while I'm working out, while I'm in my zone. Like, girl.
I thought we weren't supposed to do that anyway. I thought we weren't supposed to do that, right? Isn't that the rule that the girls came up with? You're not supposed to fuck with people while they're in the gym because, like, ill, creepy, get away from me.
Please. And so she's standing there like, well, is that a yes? Is that a no? Is that a maybe? He flat out said, I am not interested. I'm not gonna lie, like, I have secondhand embarrassment for her. Like, dang. And shorty, she was stacked. Okay, let's not sleep on the stackage that sis had. She's in the gym, she's working out, and the men are still like, girl, I don't care. I'm focused on myself.
I mean, no lie, Danica, and this is how women think, right? It's a disrespect to her own stackage, right? Because Danica is stacked too. So Danica looking at this other woman who fully stacked, top shelf, freeze frame body. She like, yeah, that's what they want. That's what they pay money for. That's why they wind up in court trying to fight for their life, right? That's what they after. I got the same thing. And if that woman is fully stacked and ready to kill, and they not willing to die for it, well, what does that say about my stack? Maybe my stack ain't stacking no more. Is my stack not stackular like it used to be? This shit ain't stacking up like I thought it was. Something is going wrong. I don't understand. There's a new calculation. There's a new arithmetic. I don't understand the new math these niggas are stacking on.
How do it equivalate?
That sis had. She's in the gym, she's working out, and the men are still like, girl, I don't care. I'm focused on myself. men don't want to be bothered at all, fellas. Tell me it has not gotten to this level of defeat. Please tell me that.
Victory has defeated you. Yes. Yeah, oh my God, that is ill. Yes. Victory has defeated you, ladies. That's exactly what just happened. That is exactly what happened. Victory has defeated you. There's titties everywhere. It's porn on my phone. Women just be throwing themselves all around sometimes. Like, you know what? Sometimes it feels good to say, you know, I'm actually doing something right now. Let me call you back, all right?
So, men don't want to be bothered at all, fellas. Tell me it has not gotten to this level of defeat. Please tell me that. Because last time y'all told me, oh, sis, you know, we're not approaching women, but we don't mind women approaching us. But it's looking like y'all do. It's looking like, yeah, I'm kind of good on that. I'm focused on myself. I don't want nothing to do with nothing when it involves a woman. Like,
and that right there is the coldest part of the game. I'm trying to tell you. That is the coldest part of the game. I mean, you know, I do like being bothered a smidge. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Carmen. I do like being bothered just a smidge. But a lot of these niggas don't want to be bothered though. And I mean, I've been getting a lot of content like this lately for a long time, not just in the last month. For the last couple of months, I've been seeing like a lot of women doing these "Where Are the Men" videos, women in their cars crying about being post 40 and alone. And I'm telling you, something in the air, something in the water.
looking like y'all do. It's looking like, yeah, I'm kind of good on that. I'm focused on myself. I don't want nothing to do with nothing when it involves a woman. Like, tell me, y'all, it is not at this level right now. Because the way the good sis is looking, she just like, dang, like, it's all good. It's all good. And ladies, I don't know if we're ready. Okay, I don't know if we are ready for this level of rejection, this level of womanhood, to where, yeah, you have to be okay with being rejected. You have to be okay with, you know, somebody not finding an interest in you, and you have to bandage up your ego because y'all are going to get bruised because, yeah, the men not playing, okay?
I got a big ego. Such a big ego. She loved my ego.
The chat, if you agree that yes, you should not be trying to flirt with anybody, get to know anybody, date anybody, mingle with anybody at the gym, that is strictly and solely a place or an environment for you to focus on yourself and improve yourself and develop yourself. Okay,
I don't actually agree with that whole no talking in the gym place. Like, the gym is not a workplace in that sense, right? But I think it's a thing that women have kind of created, and now it's blowing up in their face, right? I think out in the world generally is fair game, right? Workplace is one thing. I understand the invisible rules of the workplace, and how the rules are written down in your handbook sometime, right? But outside of that, I think most places should be just fair game. It's all about the who, what, when, where. But women have kind of created this backlash where, like, listen, if you don't want me running up on you, then don't run up on me, you know?
and let me know if you agree with her. Put a 2 if you do. Put a 1 if you feel like it doesn't matter. Okay, shoot your shot, period. If you see something, go after it. If you want it, go get it. Let me know. All right. How do I feel about this? Ooh, this is a sticky one. I'll say this, okay? If I were single and I saw somebody at the gym.
Yeah, leave King Pix alone, bro. Them titties is a whole lot to carry right now, bro. My man is under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of titties on the screen right now, bro.
That I liked. And
we don't normally have this much titties on the screen right now. There's a lot for certain people to handle, bro.
And I wanted to talk to them. I think what I would do as a woman is I would open up my energy, right? And I know that can sound so like mysterious and maybe even borderline witchy, but just follow me, okay? Because everything is energy, right? How you look at somebody, how you walk, how you talk, how you smile, like all of that is just energy, right? And so what I would do is that I would make my energy very inviting, very warm. Maybe I would smile. Maybe I would give somebody the eye, right? Letting them know, like, you know, you can come over here if you want to. Like,
female game. Female game isn't, I'm going to go get you. Female game is, I'm wanting to let you know that you can come get me if you willing to come try. You know, you got to love him, bro. You got to love him.
To me, a woman does not have to directly approach a man and talk to a man in order to initiate with a man. And I feel like more women need to learn that art. Okay. However, I am not a woman that is against approaching a man, please. Okay. That's how I got my husband. All right. I was the one in the inbox and he was like, oh, shoot, what's.
See, that's how I got my husband. You go get your man. Oh God. Oh God. You know what though? I go a lot. For a man, I think what dudes appreciate in those moments are the clarity of it all. Because you know how, like, you ever heard of the concept of the fog of war? Like sometimes, you know, so much is going on, things are happening so quick, you might make fatal mistakes and whatnot. And like your first opening engagements with women are kind of like that. There's a little bit of a fog of war type situation, trying to feel each other out. When they approach, it kind of removes the fog in a lot of ways, right? So now you can be a little bit more one, you can be more reserved, honestly, to tell you the truth. You don't have to even monkey dance as much as you might have, especially if you're the monkey dancing type of nigga, because that's one thing I hate about the whole dynamic is the idea that I'm supposed to somehow, some way dance for you. And so the whole approach, it kind of removes the, now I have to perform this mating ritual for you to think that I'm the guy and all that type of shit. And as a dude, there's another side to it, though. There's another side to it, though. And it is unfortunate because, you know, like the rejection thing, I was thinking about this as before I even fired up, because I saw her do the video and I'm thinking about stuff now. And I remember I was, this is like a couple of months ago, almost a year ago. I'm in the store. I'm like a little corner store, bodega shit. And I went in there and I went there to go get like some papers or whatever. And I'm at the counter and I'm like, oh, give me some Bob Marley papers. And it's this chick next to me, right? And I'm not even paying her no mind at first until she spoke. And I'm asking dude for the Bob Marley papers. And then I hear this voice next to me. Oh, what you know about them Bob Marley papers, right? Like a big, kind of slightly deepish female voice. And I look over to me and it's like, you know, a woman, fairly large, not like totally unattractive, but masculine. And swear to God, shit, hand to the man, swear to God, like a little prison scar on the cheek. Like You clearly been through some shit in life. And so I get this question like, what you know about them Bob Marley pay? And I look over, and in my mind, so many images in my mind of a bad future start flashing. I'm like, I fuck this bitch. I'm gonna have to fight this bitch at some point too. And like, I just laughed. I was like, ha ha. I hit her with the Jada kiss, like, ha ha. And I just walked out the store. I just couldn't. It was nothing I could think of. I just took a quick look. 1,000 calculations ran through my algorithm, and I was just like, ha ha. I just had to get the hell out of there. I just had to get out.
So, and now here we are 13 plus years later. So we're not going to sleep on that. But if I were a woman at the gym, though, because that's a different type of environment and people are kind of like locked in and focused on themselves, I don't want to interrupt anybody. Okay. So I think if I were to lock eyes with somebody and they were able to see me, I think I would make my aura or my energy very inviting, very open, very warm, maybe even very flirtatious for them to feel comfortable enough to come over and talk to me. I may even wave, you know what I mean? Like, hey, how you doing? You know, and then you can be like, oh, okay, well, she's receptive, she's open. And so maybe I'll do it that way. I don't think, though, at the gym, I would walk up to a man and shoot my shot.
I don't know. You look like you could pull it off. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm judging with my eyes right now. You look like you can get away with a lot of shit. No bullshit. So I don't even know how true that is. But I want you to try it out and find out. You did it one time and it worked for you. Don't keep trying your luck. You feel me? That's why you happily married. You gotta stay that way. It's crazy out here. That's a crazy freeze frame right there. Oh my God.
But why don't nobody talk about how hard it is to reject a girl? And I don't mean like they keep coming at you and you keep like saying no. I mean like they come at you, right? And like you just don't want to hurt their feelings. You feel me? Especially like they keep, I don't fucking know, bro. I just don't like hurt people's feelings sometimes, because let me clear that shit the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about hurting somebody's feelings. But I mean in that way, just like damn. You know, girls be sensitive too, bro. They be sensitive as fuck. Like they slip on your story with heart eyes.
Nah, nigga, you killing my vibe right now. You killing my vibe, bro. It is not that hard. I swear to God, it's not. It's not. You just gotta mean it. You gotta really mean it. You gotta say it with your chest, bitch ass nigga.
You say appreciate it. You're not ever responding again. So I be feeling like I'm obligated to be like, hey, I'll be like, appreciate it, fine ass. Even the whole time you just hit, chop. I was being nice though. It's like how they be like, how girls be like, oh, thanks, sweetheart. Like that.
Fellas, is it hard for you all to reject women? I love to take surveys. Put a 4 in the chat, you all, if you
Hold on. We gotta hear from the girl gang where she said, bitch, you in a compression onesie to preach wifery behavior to your chat while your husband in the next room. Woo! Woo! That one was real. She mean that shit too.
a man that felt a little uneasy and awkward about rejecting the woman, but she really was not your type, but yet she was shooting her shot at you and you didn't want to be mean. Put a 4 if that has ever happened to you. Put a 3 if it's like, nah, that ain't never happened. But I would love to know.
1,000 niggas just pressing random numbers in the chat right now. That's the thing with female content creators. No lie. And this ain't even no hate. Because, like, I'm not even going out of my way to say nothing crazy about Danica, but, like, female content creators who are pro-male, like, if you look good and you talk to, I feel bad for these men. I understand why you be feeling some type of way about the women. If you do that type of content and you're good looking, dudes are gonna give you money. This is like the digital strip club. No lie. No lie. If you can pull it off, and then see, Danica has done a great thing over the years. And this is why when we opened up, I commented on her physical transition, her image transition, because I said it right out the gate. When I first came across this young lady's channel years ago, I didn't care for the image. I wasn't really critiquing her commentary that harshly. Like, her content is fine, but it was just the image of the tattoo and all that. I don't really like dreadlocks and all, so that's just my personal shit. And so I like the new glow up of it all, right? But at the same time, and this is where there's like a mathematics to this thing, right? There's a art, there's the math and the science to it. You know what I mean? There's art and science, rather. There's art and science to this shit, right? She's definitely got the art thing down, right? But here's the science part. When you remove the tattoo, right? You can't help, as a woman, she can't help really the shape of her body in terms of having a large chest and having a shapely ass and all that shit, right? That is what it is, right? Even if she lost 30 pounds or whatever, she's still going to be basically stacked. There's no amount of weight that she can lose in a healthy manner that would remove that overall shape. Now, what she's done by straightening her hair, letting it just become long and flowing out, and then removing the tattoo from the chest, which creates like sort of negative associations in the male mind, she has widened her marketability. In terms of overall broad physical appeal, she has completely maxed out her marketability. She has expanded her reach as much as humanly possible, right? There's only so many men you could have gotten with the round the way girl, I'm your everyday black girl from the ghetto, I'm hood just like you hood type of look, right? That's what she was given earlier. Now she looks like a decent middle-aged woman with a really nice body, right? And again, you can't help that you've been built the way you've been built, because you didn't really build yourself. God built this, right? And this is why men, we thank the gods. We used to worship women because we didn't know how the fuck this shit happened. Like, what is this? Oh my God, this is amazing. But she can't help that she's built that way. But by removing those easy to remove kind of physical, quote, blemishes, in my opinion anyway, she has totally maxed out her tit appeal. Tit maxing is real. Tit max to the fullest fixtivity.
Because this is also another side to that story, ladies, that men have to deal with. On one side, it's like, okay, I have to deal.
Bro, 25. I said middle age. God damn, my bad. Ain't no way she's 25, bro. That is not a 25-year-old woman. That is a 30-year-old woman, bro. Ain't no way she's 25. She 30. Ain't no way she 25, bro. She is 30-something, bro. You lying. You lying. Titties don't even titty like that in their 20s, bro. That is not 20-year-old titty behavior. And I am a government certified titologist, and I can tell you for a fact, in my 12 years of titty experience, that is not 20-year-old titty behavior. Her jigglenomics don't even add up to 25-year-old titties. No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. I'm sorry. Those are not 25-year-old titties. Impossible. Impossible. I wouldn't even bet on that type shit.
deal with being rejected, feeling defeated, not having a woman to take interest in me. But on the flip side, ladies, have we ever sat and thought about how men felt when they had to reject a woman that they did not like, and how they maybe felt obligated to still be nice to her and flirt with her and still call her beautiful and all?
No. I don't know what it's like. But I suppose some dudes do. That shit crazy to me though.
Of those different things, although, like you said, she was chopped. Like, she was just hurt. She was a hot mess. Like, girl, I would never even look at you, let alone date you. Like, I wouldn't even throw water on you if you was on fire. Like, men go through that, ladies, and because they actually do care about our feelings and they do want to meet us with some level of respect and common courtesy and decency, they will even say things to maybe even possibly lead you on, all for the sake of saving your own ego. Okay. And I'm going to be real, fellas. If y'all are out here doing that, that is absolutely commendable, because I can only imagine how devastating it could be for women on an ongoing basis to constantly reject you, constantly say, no, you're not it. You're too short. You're too big. You're too ugly. You don't drive this. You don't dress like that. I can only imagine how that could make you all feel depleted and defeated, to where you can't wait to maybe inflict that same type of feeling onto somebody else to, quote unquote, get your lick back.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's about a lick back. I don't know. Women are weird with that type of shit. It's not even about a lick back. Because here's what I really think. Listen, I'm like this too. Like I said earlier, I'm going, but I'm not going out my way. You feel me? And what that really means, I suppose, is this, right? Like I just been putting in 10-hour days and a 13-hour shift, like I was saying earlier. Like, I actually work. I'm busy. I have commitments. I have children. I have hobbies. Like, I have things that I have filled up a life with, right? And so when women come into your life, because women do come and go, when women come into your life, over time, I realized this thing, right? If you throw your life into chaos because a woman came into your life and then now she's gone because women come and go, your life is going to be constantly in the chaos, right? So you have to actually control the chaos, and it just becomes easier to be selective. And I don't think it's about, I don't even know if this is true. I don't think most guys are actually just saying no to I don't think most guys are saying no to women just flat out, like, I'm refusing to date. I think guys have become as selective as women have become to a certain degree, right? Because, women have been accused of being incredibly selective because genetically and socially, they had a lot more to risk compared to a man. And I think in the modern realm, and especially with all the evidence and all the content and the video that's out there, it's a lot easier for men to be a little bit more selective. And then this is the caveat. I'm not in my 20s. And a lot of the women that I was playing videos of earlier, they're not in their 20s, right? Once you get into your 30s and beyond, like 35 roughly is the marker. Like, life kind of changes for everybody as you get older. The rhythms of adulthood set in. The responsibilities lock in. The passions and the pursuits take over. And so I think for a lot of men, and especially with this whole content where you can now kind of have an environment to give you like moral support and all for deciding to make different choices, like that's literally what the MGTOW men going their own way concept was about. Like, whatever you do with women, don't make women the primary thing, don't give them any leverage or power to ruin your life in any real way. I think that's kind of starting to just become organically more and more easier to do as you get older as men. And so a lot of these women who are like 30 and beyond, they're just dealing with men who have like become selective enough to say that, yeah, I just don't think it's going to work with you. I can tell already you're going to be a problem.
You know, believe it or not, it's a lot of childish people who would do that. Like, okay, I'm going to hurt these people how they hurt me. And that person can be completely innocent. But because you felt some type of way about how the last person treated you, you want to treat the next person that same way so that you can, I don't know, build back up your ego and boost back up your confidence. So salute to the fellas out there to where even though y'all are constantly placed in this position of being rejected, y'all still have enough common human decency.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze. That was the phrase that was going around. The juice is not worth the squeeze. And I think a lot of guys are looking at it that way. They're looking for juice that's actually worth the squeeze.
Decency and courtesy. And you still have enough respect and love and care to be timid and be gentle with letting a woman down, even at the risk of lying to her and, like I said, leading her on. Okay, now I'm gonna be real with you all. I do not, under any circumstances, feel like it is okay to lead anybody on. You need to let that person know right then and there, hey, I appreciate it, you know, but I'm not really interested like that. And I don't want to get you the wrong ideas about me
in public, because I'm not.
Let's move on to the next clip. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe.
Me personally, I will not know if a girl want me to come into her in public because I'm not looking around at nobody. Like if I'm in a store or something, I'm going in there for what I gotta get and I'm leaving. Like for me, the best option is online. Like if I see somebody I'm attracted to or whatever, you know, like a few pictures or whatever the case is, might like two of mine, then I'll send a message. But in person, I'm not doing that.
So the cold approach is just dead, huh? Yeah, I was muted up for a second. Sorry about that. The cold approach appears to be dead. And you know, one thing I realized too, especially with like black folk, I think a lot of the men who still do the cold approach tend to be a lot of the young ghetto type of niggas. Which is what I was kind of thinking about earlier. Like the men who do approach the most are the men that women don't necessarily want the most. And then it creates this constant negative feedback loop.
Men are in tunnel vision mode. He said, look, I wouldn't even know if a woman did want me to approach her because I'm not focused on that. I'm going in and out. Like I am focused on my objective. If I came out to do this, I'm only focused on doing that one thing and then I'm darting back out. Now, he's under the same type of mindset as me, to where it's like, you know, maybe not in person I would do certain things, but if we're on social media, I may say something in the inbox, or I may like a few posts or like a few pictures, and then if you like some of mine back or whatever, or you comment back, then I can proceed forward with that. I feel like that is something that is a safe bet for both men and women to do, you know, so I can agree with him on that front. But it's a lot of guys out there, ladies, to where they're just in tunnel vision mode altogether. Like I'm not going up to nobody in public. I am here to get my groceries and go home. I am here to get some clothes and go home. I didn't even know that woman existed because I wasn't even checking. I wasn't even looking. I wanted this, I came for that, and I left. It's men out there just like them. And I would love to see how many of you guys are just like this. Matter of fact, again, let's take a survey. Put a 0 in the chat if you're just like this guy, to where you're not even aware of any women that are around because you are just so focused on your task at hand that, yeah, I didn't see her. Put a 0 in the chat. And ladies, this could actually give us some good insight on what we need to do to maybe stand out, so that the men don't have such tunnel focus and tunnel vision, and they can actually see us, approach us, or we can approach them, have some kind of interaction, and prosper. All right, so let me see how many zeros I see in this chat. That way, us women can be on high alert as far as putting ourselves out there to make ourselves stand out. That way, your errands are not the only thing that's on your mind. But let's.
Yeah, I think I was talking about this earlier. Women don't go out as much anymore, but I also think that the whole going out club party scene is just kind of dying in a lot of ways. Like there's still bars, but I don't know, the club scene is kind of just not what it used to be. And I don't know, I think there are a lot of reasons for it, but ultimately there's one thing that I think isn't really being talked about. Like earlier, I mentioned how the very concept of nightlife is really dependent upon men going out of their way to spend money on women. And if you think about it, right, like think about dating apps, right? And this is before you even get out into the real world to try to actually talk to a girl and she can tell you no in your face, right? You have to pay money as a man to get the best access on a dating app, right? You want to get the premium access so you can get like quicker results and a wider range of women have access to your profile, all that, right? So as a man, you're invested at a higher level than the women just on the apps, right? Now, if you look at nightclubs, traditionally, as a man, women would get in free and men would pay, or women would get in on a crazy discount or something like that. And then if you get inside, you're buying drinks, maybe not just for her. You might even buy drinks for the whole 3 or 4 group of them at the table. And if you manage to buy a drink and conversate your way into some type of thing, now you're paying for dates, right? So the whole thing it's the investment is expecting men to spend money on women, and that's the payoff. What happens when your entire culture has been rejiggered so that women now have relatively the same amount of money as men? And on top of that, the economy isn't quite as strong as it once was back in the day, where like a man with, a decent income can have a stay-at-home wife and all that. Now it creates a situation where men who might, they maybe have a little bit of the spending money. They're really doing a hard calculation. Like, why should I even have to put up all this quote investment on something that is likely to not even pay off in the long run? And that's what's really killing the dating, cold approach, nightclub, bar culture thing, everything, because men need to make so much more money than women that me spending money on you isn't really ruining my life. Once upon a time when women weren't really earning anywhere near the kinds of money that men could earn on average, a man could trick off on money and be stupid in love and do goofy shit, and it didn't kill him. He wouldn't feel, damn, like I'm poor now because of her, right? Whereas now it creates a whole other dynamic where you're spending money on women who have enough money to not appreciate how much money you're spending on them, if you can understand that, the context of it, right? Like once upon a time, like if you bought a girl a flower, if you gave her flowers, it could have been appreciated because small acts and gestures like that weren't going around as much, right? But women are literally out here like, I can buy my own flowers. You have to do something for me that I can't do for myself now. Like, that's literally the calculation. Fucking the market up.
Let's get into the next clip and see what's going on.
Call me whatever you want, but I've come to the realization that I'm just too big and black in America to be randomly approaching women in public. First of all, y'all don't even really want to be bothered for real. And I get that because I'm the same way. I just be minding my business. Besides, with how women talk about how much they fear for their safety around men, I ain't really trying to scare nobody. So basically at this point, if she doesn't make it painfully obvious that she wants me to talk to her, it doesn't really matter what the attraction level is. I'll respectfully keep it pushing and let God take the wheel.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So this guy right.
My man said, I'm letting God take the wheel. The right woman is just going to present herself one day in the right circumstance, in the right situation where I wouldn't even have to say no. God going to take the wheel. God got me.
Right here, that is an attractive man that I'm sure a lot of women would look at and say, oh, approach me, baby. He's like, look, I am not going to bother myself with trying to approach any woman, especially not in public. No, no, no. Unless that woman is making it painfully obvious. I'm talking about she's batting eyelashes. She's blowing kisses. You know, she's tooting that up at me. You know, all of that. If she's not doing none of that, she won't hear a peep out of me. Men are like that, ladies. Okay? He said, I am too big and black in America to be out here approaching anybody. It's way too many cases of men that look like me getting a bad rep and a bad rap. Oh, no, no, no. You will not set me up.
I ain't gonna lie, that really do that sounds like the worst excuse I've heard all night. That nigga said, like, I can't get no pussy because of racism. I ain't even gonna lie, that's cap. You just sound like a big bitch ass nigga, no lie. I can't get no pussy because of racism is crazy, bruh. Nigga said I'm too big and I'm too black. No, bro, I ain't even trying to hear that shit. I am not trying to hear that shit. Ain't no way racism gonna stop me. Ain't no way, bro. That nigga said it's way too much racism out here for me to be trying to just go get pussy. What you think, I'm crazy? Not gonna lynch me for no box, bro. Nah. You're not about the 1965 me. Ain't about to happen. I ain't about to get that cross burned on my lawn. This nigga crazy. She going for it. She going for it. See, girls be believing anything when a nigga cute, bro. I tell you, man. When a chick like a nigga, bro, she gonna believe anything. Danica Marie up there like, oh, the racism scared him. Look at him. I'll give you some box to fight the racism. Girls will believe anything when you cute, bro. I'm telling you. All you got to do is be cute.
It is men out there that feel this way. And unfortunately, they could actually be the type of men that you would want to shoot their shots at you. That you would want them to approach you, flirt with you, give you a compliment, say what's up. But he said, nope, I will go all the way home before I place myself in any position to be falsely accused or anything of that sort.
Yeah, I feel like that nigga is doing like some counter signal type of reverse mental jujitsu type of shit. Cause like, you know, you understand like content creation has very, very wide variety of uses and intents, right? And I feel like when a dude puts a video out there like that, I'm just too big and black to be approaching women. That is him asking women to approach him, right? That is him like, hey girl, come get in my inbox. That's what he doing when he do a video like that, right? This is a whole other type of meta game. And Danica Marie, your dumb ass, you dumb and married. Thank God for that. This is why girls got to be married. Danica, stay married because you about to fall for his new next level meta game where he like, I'm just too big and black. I can't approach you. You have to approach me. And she look at her right now. She got that if I didn't have a husband face right now. Girl, if I didn't have a husband, he wouldn't have to do no approaching. I'm telling you, that this nigga got some new meta Neo game right now. You got to try new things, man. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to try new things. You never know. You never know. It's a bitch out there that's into that goofy shit. You just got to give it a shot.
And again, more surveys. Put a 7 in the chat if you feel the same way as this brother here. Okay, we gotta take notes. Are you the type of guy to where it's like, no, I am not doing anything unless she makes it clear? I'm talking about it has to be absolutely undeniable, unmistakable. Like, no, she is wanting the boy. Let me know, y'all. Is it this bad? Do y'all feel this way? Do you feel like, you know, you're somebody that may have an intimidating presence and you don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, so that's why you don't approach anybody? Let me know, because that's in a nutshell what he said.
I can promise you, as a dude, I'm telling you, as a guy, I know for a fact that nigga full of shit, bro. I'm telling you, this nigga is on some next level. I'm trying to conquer the internet type of shit. You going for it. You falling for it totally. You totally falling for this shit. And shout out to the nigga. I can't even tell because the shit kind of blurry, no lie. I can't even tell what the nigga like. But apparently the nigga is cracked a new level of meta game where he just like, I'm too scary to talk to women. You understand how the female mind works, right? When you put out content like that, I'm just too big, black, and scary to approach women. I already know that is inbox bait, bro. That's all that is inbox bait. You gotta bait the inbox, man. That's how you gotta try the new internet dating digital landscape. Niggas is trying to bait the inbox. look, that's the 2025 version of I'm too sexy for my shirt, right? The nigga just doing some next level shit. That's all. He's just trying to find a new way to approach the game. Look, see, yeah, now you get it, right? I'm telling you. What was that song? Oh, damn. And Carmen, I know you know this song, right? Even when you're a brand new person, sometimes you make the same old mistakes, right? And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. The new game is the same game as the old game.
Right, but let's move along to the last clip, because I'm pretty sure that it's a lot of women out there that may feel the same exact way as this woman that we're getting ready to run. All right, but y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe, and let's listen to what this last lady had to say.
Unpopular opinion, but I get why men don't approach women in public anymore. Like, I get it. I've seen videos of men approaching women, and women can just be so rude. Like, I get if you have a boyfriend. I get if you're not interested. But, like, look out for us. Because that moment that you reject him in the worst way, it's just like he's never going to do it again. And I hate that for us.
Big facts. You know.
Damn. She said, ladies, we did this and we got to stop doing this, right? We have to be nice to the men for our own sake, right? Which is beautiful, right? Chef's kiss moment. This is the power of the wall. As more and more of the men that the women want reject the women are going to now start to wonder why they're being rejected so much. And introspection, I guess, is difficult for women, but it is possible, right? It just takes a lot of emotional trauma.
Again, unfortunately, so many women have been very rude, very disrespectful, very loud. very unruly when it comes to rejecting the man. As a matter of fact, it was a woman that did that exact same thing, and that is one of the main reasons why men don't approach women.
Get the fuck out my face. Get on my face. Get on my face.
L Riz, chat.
Bye.
Damn, son. No Riz. That's bad. That's bad. She did you dirty, though.
So it is women like her that give a bad name and a bad reputation to all women, and it just completely deters any man from approaching any woman because they don't want to get met with that level of disrespect. You know, it already takes so much courage for somebody to talk to somebody that they don't know and try to flirt with somebody, date somebody. Like that takes a lot out of you. So to finally build up enough courage to do such a thing and then be met with that level of aggression or that level of disrespect, it can be very disheartening, so where you don't want to ever do it again. And like she said, all of the women out there have to face those consequences of those women's actions because men don't know if she's going to do the same thing to him. And so now altogether, women are not being approached. Men don't want to be bothered, and they are just focused on themselves.
You know what, Carmen? And I feel the heat coming off the comments that you write. And you know, no shade, no shade. I respect it. I get how women are. But this is something I've realized, and not that you're wrong, because you know, it is what it is, right? We are where we are. And I realized that the image of the wife in 2000 and let's say 40, right? By 2040, the image of the modern wife will be almost unrecognizable compared to the image of a wife from 1940. Like things are just radically different, right? Like even the very idea of being a trad con is kind of a niche thing that only the wealthy women can even cosplay as, right? Nobody is traditional. Nobody is truly conservative really at this point either. We're all deeply modern liberals. Even those of us who hate it and fight against it, all we're really attempting to do is find a pathway back. Like none of us are really conservative or traditional, as I should say, really. None of us are really traditional at this point. We're all attempting to reestablish tradition. And so, like, when you look at what the modern wife is and what the modern wife will become in a few more years when the previous generation has died off and we're what's left, everything's going to look different. Like Carmen, I know you remember this when SKC was live and he was doing that Chat GPT thing, the Chat GPT breakdown of me, which is one of the content pieces we're going to cover once I get back on the monetized side of the game, because this is good content. But the Chat GPT breakdown of the Hoodservative was excellent. And one of the things it kind of focused on was that line I said about the culture that's coming is going to be radically different from the culture that we're replacing. And yeah, good stuff coming up, y'all. Good stuff coming up. Like the video.
And that has a terrible domino effect all across the board for all women, all dating, all relationships, because nobody wants to be embarrassed like that. Nobody wants to be disrespected like that. Like, we already saw the level of embarrassment that woman went through at the beginning of this video. So can you imagine how a man would feel going through that? And that guy actually let her down easily, in my opinion. He just let her know, like, look, I'm not interested. But women can go as far as saying, oh, ew, gross. Why are you talking to me? Stop talking to me. Go over there. You're too this, you're too that. And men just have to take it on the chin and act like, yeah, that didn't bother me, when it probably did.
And now the rabbit has got the gun. It's a lot different when you have to do the chasing.
A motherfucker just supposed to take and accept whatever the fuck you say because I'm a black woman. Bitch, shut up. The fuck out of here.
It really is. It's a lot different when you have to do the chasing. And I think women don't quite appreciate the ground shift that's approaching. Freeman's Journal, you just sent me that video clip about women selling some box or something like that. Let me see. Did I bookmark that? Yeah, I did. Let me see. Let me drop that one last clip before we get up out of here.
Y'all, let me tell you how desperate I am for a job. I open Facebook, and the first thing I see is the leasing agent position for the apartments that I'm staying in. Y'all, bear with me. I'm out of breath because I just walked all the way up to the leasing office. Yes, and you see, I put on some clothes real quick. Just tried to. I'm running up there. I submitted my resume and walked up there. That's how desperate I am for a damn job. I see that, and I go up there, and I'm like, hey, I just saw y'all put up a listing for a leasing agent, and I need a job. And she was like, well, the lady's not here yet, blah, blah. And I just, after I left, I started thinking about it. I was like, you ain't never chased after a job this bad. You ain't never. Times is, y'all, because what the hell? It's 155 degrees out here. And I just slipped out of my pajamas. Y'all saw me in the bed. Slipped out of my pajamas, put on some damn interview.
It is not 155 degrees. You are just chubby and out of shape.
Clothes and took my up to
this is a good day for you.
This police office.
Those are your interview clothes?
Please put me to work. Y'all, time is hard out here. If you got a job, keep it. Keep it. Because these, and then I knew it was a long shot. In my area, I just feel like black women, we don't get these type of jobs. They really want us in the Burger Kings and McDonald's, but they ain't even hiring me there. I didn't apply for that. It's hard. Keep your job.
I am very confused. Like, real talk. I'm super duper confused how this went from
niggas ain't trying to holler and companies ain't trying to hire. This is terrible. This is nasty work out here. And you know what? If we're judging by the strip club, box ain't even selling like it used to. Think about that, right? Like, our economic landscape is so completely out of whack that box does not sell like it used to. That is the equivalent of living in the middle of a giant projects and you can't move your crack. Like, that is the one place where you're supposed to be able to sell a little bit of crack, and you're in the middle of the projects and you got all this crack and you can't move it. That's what women feel like when they have box that they can't even sell. And I'm telling you, the more I think about it, the more I kind of settle on this one conclusion, that in order for the dynamic between men and women to be at a stable reproductive level, men need to make significantly more money than women on a broad level. It can't just be at the upper class, right? Where you can be like a nurse who's dating a doctor or a paralegal dating a successful lawyer. It has to be across the board at the lower levels too. As a country, it is like a matter of national security, really. Men have to make more money than women. You know, women complain about that. Feminists have Feminists have done a great job of poisoning the well in regards to that one reality. But the more I think about it, the more important it really does become. The easier it seems to make things. If men make significantly more money than women, more women will have more men that they can look up to and find attractive and find appealing in one way or another. And more women will be willing to engage. And then you have to combine that with, like, you know, adjustments in the marriage laws and child support and all that other stuff. Like, that's a whole other parallel conversation. But in general, that is the reality. Now, I'm not saying that I have the power to make it happen. I'm just talking about a historical observational reality. Like, the more I look at it, that has been the reality. Men have traditionally made way more. Like, men are just by and large more productive than women. But right now, because we live in this modern world where a lot of things are just artificial schemes that we all agree to live by, women are allowed to have the assumption of making more money than men, or as much money, right? Like, when it comes to, like, the government, all that stuff, being able to provide women with this, that, and the third, the average man can't outspend Uncle Sam, right? And so the more I look at it, that is the main factor. Men need to make a lot more money than women for the sake of, like, your reproductive stability and your social harmony. But I guess that's right where we're going to end tonight's conversation. Shout out to Danica Marie. Beautiful, beautiful glow up. Great maturity glow up. I like the new look. The Manpocalypse is real. You know, what can I say? Niggas just not going as hard as they used to go. Niggas ain't going hard in the paint like they did back in the day. It's unfortunate, but it is the natural course of events, you know. The economic reality is the reality. Human nature is driven by incentives and whatnot. And apparently the money just ain't right. If the money ain't right, a lot of other stuff ain't going to be right either. Hey, look, if she wanted to, she would. I hear that shit. But I'm going to get up out of here. Like I said, a lot of hours to work. Gotta get up in the morning.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.